Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from MouseSteps.com.
And this is episode number 553
553
of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. We're going to be talking about Halloween at the Magic Kingdom today. This is the time, if you haven't booked a Halloween trip to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Disneyland Paris, or Universal Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights. This is a great time to do it. We still have several months left. Season officially starts tomorrow here with Mickey's Not So Scary. Head to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel to fill out that no obligation quote for your trip.
Sounds like a great idea. And as you said, Halloween is everywhere, including the Magic Kingdom. Here we are, bright and early this morning. You were out at the Magic Kingdom.
I showed up really early today, like with kids and not our kids, just with kids in school now. Like I left the house super early. So I arrived so early this morning.
But look at, I've not noticed before, the spiders and bats, and Mickey has his Halloween mask on. We are ready.
We are ready for Halloween. And, as we're walking in, I found decorations I was not expecting in Frontierland and Fantasyland. We don't do that here like other parks do. So it was really nice to see.
Let's not jump too far.
We're not going to jump too far. Right now we're walking in. I took a little video clip walking into the park. The usual decorations are here, including the pumpkins to the left. There's also probably pumpkins on the other side. I didn't photograph those, but they look pretty much the same.
And we were at the Magic Kingdom together earlier this week.
A few days ago, I think.
And just the small pumpkins, the high pumpkins that you can see up there, were in force.
Not even all of them. Like
right,
I found more, not a ton more. I know the ones that were missing, and those have returned also. The pumpkins haven't changed through the years for the most part.
And let's be honest, we were just saying to ourselves, it's always the same. It would be nice if there was something different.
And I wrote that in an article a few days ago. I was like, it would be nice to have a refresh, and Main Street's not refreshed, but the rest of the park is refreshed.
And I believe this is your favorite of all the pumpkins.
The pumpkin to the bathroom, the directional restroom pumpkin, which it
serves a real purpose.
They put it in the wrong place a year or two ago, which was funny.
That was very funny.
It's like it was pointed outside the park. So, a lot of the pumpkins are themed for their locations.
Obviously, we have the barbershop quartet there.
Correct. And now we are looking at the scarecrows, the scarecrows are themed to characters, the citizens of Main Street.
Right.
So in this case, the mayor.
There used to be a real mayor that would wander around Main Street.
So some of them are for characters that.
This is the band, the Walt Disney World Band, marching band.
And so the confectionery, and I think most of the costumes are different now.
But it used to be, these matched exactly the costumes that the cast members wore. So it's kind of funny, they've been here so long that even though the real cast member costume has evolved, they have not on the scarecrow.
And there used to be a bakery. There used to be a bakery. That's what the Starbucks kind of is, but it was more of a Main Street bakery, and that is that scarecrow.
This one is always, matter of fact, all these big ones are difficult because they all have PhotoPass, even at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, my word.
7:30.
Yeah, I think it was closer to 8 when I got into the park.
Okay.
But still, outside the park, I showed up a little after 7:30 or 7:45, and there was already PhotoPass.
And I see the tripod. I see there's a line already at that early hour.
It wasn't too bad of a line. And so, of course, Casey's Corner, and then we have... would be somebody who works at the Emporium and holding a Mickey doll and also the bag. And I think over the years, like a lot of guests don't realize that is what the scarecrows signify.
Yeah, I do. I mean, hey, I do like all these displays. But we were just saying, it'd be nice if we had something new. And we're getting very close to seeing something new.
These are not new.
No. Well, we're looking at some of our favorite pumpkins.
Now, I like the snowman pumpkin. That's always a fun one.
And the pumpkins do tell stories. We'll get onto that in a minute. We're looking at Donald here and Huey, Dewey, and Louie also.
And they're all holding on to their M&Ms and
They're trick-or-treating.
yes, and they are dressed as candy corns. They've been there for a few years or so in these costumes in the windows, which I mean, not all the time, just during the Halloween
They
season.
used to have, I think it was Minnie, what used to be dressed in the cast member costume from the party.
Oh,
remember that?
No, it
Was it
was. I think
Daisy?
it was Daisy Duck.
Daisy.
And Mickey
Okay.
and Minnie used to be across the way in like costumes. I think
It's been a while.
it's been a while. So we're walking down Main Street U.S.A. and you can see up there the pumpkin is like a film reel, but with Mickey heads.
And of course, that makes sense because it's at the Main Street Theater.
Well, the Main Street Cinema.
Cinema,
It used to be
cinema.
a cinema. It actually used to be a cinema, just like at Disneyland. A lot of things have changed through the years.
Another one of our favorite pumpkins is coming up. We call it the Skellington Key.
Because it reminds me of Jack Skellington, and it's a key.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I call it. I just, and so then there, of course there's other, you got a spider, we had a witch, you know, there's a lot of pumpkins that tell stories. Some of them are just pumpkins, some of them are just faces, you know, and aren't too exciting.
And I think we're about to get to one of the bigger stories coming up, and I think that will be the ice cream pumpkins. Oh, wait, but first, though this must be from today, you have one of the Mickey wreaths, the Mickey pumpkins, which they now sell a version of.
Right. Well, I think last year it started being for sale, and here we are, and there's, you know, all the decor is pretty much up on Main Street now. Above the ice cream parlor, you can see the pumpkins all have ice cream. One of them also is on its side and spilled. So that's pretty much what is above the ice cream parlor.
And now we're looking at Casey's Corner.
Also multiple pumpkins. You've got the hot dog, and we also have the Fritz, which is the fries. We're getting ready for Paris, you know, also
Peanuts,
next month.
of course.
Yes, and just really some fun pumpkins, which are here every year.
Yes, yes, indeed. And I believe there is a baseball there also for Casey's Corner.
Right. Baseball, and I think that's most of the themed pumpkins for Casey's Corner.
And I think next we're going to go to there's just two pumpkins at the restaurant here, the Crystal Palace, and we're about to check those out.
And they're the same pumpkin.
Yeah,
right?
there it is, the Crystal
Palace
Palace
pumpkin. And it just
pumpkin.
says like the C and the P. So, you know, it's a little something.
So now the new stuff. Here we go. You discovered this new at the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, there's a garland hanging here with the American flag. And
Looks like gourds, little pumpkins.
right. And so I thought just the Liberty Square decorations had been refreshed, because there are decorations every year in Liberty Square.
Right, but minimal. I mean, nothing too exciting usually.
Right. So I think there's a little more. But then I started going into Frontierland. It's like, oh my gosh, the decorations are continuing, which is shocking to me. You know, other Disney parks like Disneyland Paris, it's the norm to have decorations in multiple lands. And Disneyland,
Especially
is amazing.
Frontierland. They have
Yes.
lit up all sorts of beautiful
Right.
Halloween decorations.
So, but you know, I guess it's just a little exciting to see Halloween decorations on more than just Main Street and anything new. Now I want a ride overlay and you know, it's a little entertainment.
You want some Haunted Mansion holiday?
So just a little something more. But for now, I really enjoyed seeing the decor, you know, and you can see like little flour, you know, sacks and sugar, and I think there's seeds, you know, just little decorations here.
Yeah, very autumn.
And also, right, like it's fine in the fall when the wind starts whistling, right? And a little corn. You know, it has the harvest feel that very similar to Disneyland Paris.
And you know, just looking at this, you can almost feel the frost on the pumpkin.
You were waiting
the
to
frost
say
on the
that.
pumpkin as it's getting those chilly Florida nights. I believe the feel real temperature is only 108 today.
It was really hot while I was there. So, and even this morning it was. You can see like they're like old style milk jugs, you know, on the wreath, and hopefully we'll see the some of the Haunted Mansion characters over here again.
Oh, I think that's already been announced.
Has it been announced?
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't
And they will
kept
be
up with
right
that.
right up on that little bridge there that we've seen the last couple of years. That's the Hitchhiking Ghosts.
Yes. And so it's been a long day.
Oh, the
how
rivers
beautiful!
of the
How
rivers of
beautiful!
America.
So while I was doing the decorations, and we have more to show, I looked. I actually
The
was
river
in.
is
This is
looking
why.
dry.
This is why I was even here.
Wow.
In Frontierland was to see the rivers of
You could
America.
walk across at this point.
You know, you need to let viewers know ahead of time that that's what we're going to show after seeing these beautiful decorations.
I see some wildlife down there. You said there's little fish that the wildlife is enjoying.
Yes, yes, and you know, like you can see the track really good. It's it's the end of an era, right?
It truly
it
is
was
the end
already
of an
it was
era.
already the end of an era, but more so.
Very very sad.
We'll miss it because it's you have ridden the keel boats, and
I have.
we've been riding the riverboat forever.
I just wonder if there will be a wall at this point here on the bridge.
I think so.
Because
I think
when all
soon.
this stuff starts to be true construction or deconstruction, you would think they would want to hide this.
I totally expect that soon.
Fantasyland more.
More Fantasyland, more decorations. We just looked at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which has decor. That was very quick. And also throughout the queue. And here, in front of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, you can see some decorations. I missed some pumpkins, I guess, that are over here.
Yeah,
I
the
don't even know
pumpkins
where
would
they
be
are.
right over. You can kind of see them right there. See the pumpkins?
Yeah,
There they are.
And you can see why I'd miss them because there's all those strollers right in front of them. And I wasn't expecting to see anything here, so it was all a surprise. And I really like the decor here with above the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh sign.
And you can see a little bit of the pumpkins over
I
there.
totally
You are
missed
so
that.
close.
I was so close, but yet so far.
Storybook Circus.
I missed those ones, but I heard, and I was on my way from Frontierland to Storybook Circus because I heard they had the Dumbo and Timothy Mouse pumpkins, which are also new. So
Look at how
I came
cute.
over here. It is. They're cute, with
little peanuts.
I thought, really a little surprise and delight for guests to be able to see Halloween decorations and, not just the normal ones.
And I know Storybook Circus is going to have a bigger part of the Halloween party this year.
And first, Minnie is moving with Mickey to Town Square Theater, which is
That'll be
really
the big
great.
thing. They haven't appeared together in years.
Not in years. So, Storybook Circus, Disney says, will be transformed into a happy haunt for families. And I guess Pluto will meet, I think, around the sign.
Right. That's what I've heard.
And then Daisy and Goofy may be inside. That's what you told me.
In Pete Slay Sideshow.
Yeah. So
at least those two.
And we'll see.
Maybe Donald, because Donald was with them last year, so maybe.
Well, we'll see. Like tomorrow, we will see.
Timothy. Nice Timothy Mouse.
Right. There's pumpkins all over Storybook Circus.
I think this is nice, and it'll look even better at night, all lit up. I know Disney did a little
video clip.
overnight with them all lit, so that'll be fun to see.
And really, you know what I mentioned earlier is, I said that it would be nice if they had ride overlays, and they do during Mickey's Not So Scary.
Oh, that's right.
But it would be nice to have something during the day as well, just like Disneyland does, in Cars Land and Haunted Mansion Holiday.
So now we're back on Main Street really quick. We're looking at some of the windows on Main Street. We're on our way out, but you can see they already have been decorated for Halloween.
Right, and Halloween itself is 2.5 months away now, but this is our spooky season.
And you can see some of the merchandise. There's a very wide selection of merchandise already. I mean, that debuted over a week ago.
Yeah, there's
on the 1st, actually, of August.
Right, and you can find a lot of it at the Disney store, although, online, but not all of it.
And we're just going to take a peek inside the Emporium. You can see the big display here, the Halloween display, and a quick look at all the merchandise behind this.
I will say I thought the Squishmallows was a little smaller than I would have expected online, but it is super cute, like something you could use as a throw pillow for the Halloween season on your couch.
And that's the new Halloween shirt, although I much prefer the Park Candy or the Roosevelt type shirts. My two favorites.
You have plenty of both of them.
See You Real Soon has been put up also.
Right, that was not there the other day, and I know that you always look forward to seeing that.
I do, especially at night when it's all flickering and lit up, and it's like 1 a.m. and we're passing it on our way out after another hopefully successful Halloween night.
It's hard to believe that Halloween officially starts tomorrow, but we have gotten some of the early decoration video up now.
I have not missed a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party continuously since 2003, so over 20 years of parties. There was the one COVID year without the party, but I still went.
And here you can see I took a little video clip from the monorail, and you can see this is a lot easier to see Mickey in his mask, and then
that was a good idea.
The pumpkins. And I have been going to Mickey's Not So Scary most years since mid 90s probably. You know, it's changed a lot, so much since then.
It used to be just like 4 or 5 parties only in October, so as you could see, it's really evolved.
You know, I remember when you used to get the photo.
There's one right there.
Yeah, you know, you would get a professional photo. Now
mailed to your house.
And I have some of those, you know, and
with a button and all these other special treats.
A professional photographer would set up.
Well, we know they still did it in 2005 because I have one framed right here where we're
with your
recording.
parents.
That's right.
And but now you have PhotoPass, so you can make your own. You know, you can get all your photos done and have a nice, you know, tons of photos.
So that is another show. We want to thank our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
Head to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, fill out that no obligation quote. And of course, if you decide you're not doing Halloween, maybe you're doing the holiday season, this is a very good time. There is an offer for Walt Disney World resorts. Head to their website to find out more about that.
You know what else is a good time? To take a Disney cruise. And there's a lot of Disney cruise happening this year with the Disney Destiny.
Disney Destiny, right? And
Disney Adventure.
Disney Adventure, of course.
Another ship.
Sailing out of Singapore. But Disney Destiny is sailing out of Fort Lauderdale. We're looking forward to sailing this year. And
don't forget Adventures by Disney. Right. I mean, MEI Travel is a Adventures by Disney specialist.
Of course. I mean, they are a special of so many things. Like Becky is all like right now. I think she's on a Royal Caribbean cruise, but she is sailing all year round. Except when she's doing like Adventures by Disney, they did the one in California. I think there's one in Wyoming that she did that she really likes. You know, there's just so much.
Well, we're looking forward to having her as a guest on the show. We've been talking about that, so we'll have to pin down. It's the availability that's always difficult, but we'll pin that down. So anyway, tomorrow is Halloween for us, the kickoff of 2025 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We will be there, followed by 2 Oogie Boogie Bashes, and then another Halloween party. We'll be done with Halloween by the end of August.
No, well, for now.
For parties, anyway. We still have Disneyland Paris.
Correct.
And then the Disneyland Resort kicks off their Halloween that's included with tickets for just general Halloween.
That's on August 22nd.
So, and that's a very special day because that's also your birthday.
It's easy to remember.
And then the D23, they will have the D23 event here at Walt Disney World. That'll be very exciting.
The Destination D23.
We will be there for that.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to have a day's rest until September.
That's very possible.
It seems to be a busy time starting now. So thanks again for listening. Have a great week. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you all next week.
Happy Halloween.